howdy do y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah Fido. If you already know, if you do know, then groovy. Thanks for coming back, I appreciate you. Yes, I have brought zombie Sarah back today for this video because, well, we're going to be talking about a zombie rockabilly movie today. And no, it is not Zombie Rockabilly Weekend. I already covered that one. That was actually the first one I ever did, like 4 years ago. So, but yeah, we are going to be talking about Fido. It is that time for me to do another Rockin' movie review. So, this movie came out in 2006 in Canada and was released in 2007 here in America. So there's that. It is a Canadian film. Was it Stars? Yeah, Stars Entertainment and Roadside Attractions. This film is 1 hour and 33 minutes, and you can watch this on Tubi. I've watched it many, many times. I'll say that. Y'all know if you're not new here, you're an OG, you know that most of these movie reviews, I don't even know what to think about the movie, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it away. I love this movie. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is kind of like Parents to me. Like, it is one of my comfort films. I watch it all the time. It is the best. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. What more can I say? So, this was directed by Andrew Curry, and I will leave a list of all the actors and actresses in a clip here somewhere. So we will do that. So, anywho, we start out with this movie with Zomcon Corporation. So basically what has happened is some space dust has fell from the sky, which is reanimating deceased bodies. So, you know, and it is set in the 1950s, obviously. So that's why this movie is absolutely amazing. If you are into choking to death and inhaling your spit while you speak, yeah, this, let me know. No, if you're, you know, into, you know, a rockabilly vintage or whatever, then you should, hopefully you've seen this movie, because it is literally a masterpiece, in my opinion. I mean, you may not agree. I don't know, may not agree, but that's fine. That's fine. That's why we're all different. So anyway, so now that we know where the zombies came from, we got the Robinson family, which is Helen, her husband Bill, who is a soy boy. He's a soy boy. He's a simp. That's what he is, pretty much. And then we have their son Timmy. So we have them. Now, the thing about Bill is he is terrified of zombies, because in this little 1950s universe, in this movie, everybody has zombies for pets or kind of like slaves, basically. Butlers, maids, you know, what have you. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, they don't have a zombie, right? So the Robinsons don't have a zombie. Okay. Now their neighbors just moved out, which the Johnsons, I believe. I didn't write them down. I wrote everybody else down, but I did not write them down because, well, they're dead. So, you know, I mean, so they're kind of unimportant. But anyway, the head guy, Mr. Bottoms, yes, Mr. Bottoms, Bottoms, and his family have moved over in their old house now. And the Robinsons also have Miss Henderson's a lot of sons here, so yeah, it's kind of confusing if you can see why. Yeah, Miss Henderson lives next door, and she's always kind of telling Timmy, like, oh, you better pick your bike up off there, and that's not where that goes, young man. And he's like, okay, sorry, Mrs. Henderson. I would have told her to bite me, but, you know, it wasn't me. I didn't do anything. So, and then we have his other set of neighbors, which are, I think, 2 doors down, not 3 doors down, 2 doors down, which is Mr. Theopolis and his zombie named Tammy, and she is so adorable. They got a little love thing going on. She had a brain aneurysm, and they slapped this collar on her right before she even, like, died, apparently, is what he says. Hit the floor. So yeah, they're pretty serious about, you know, turning people into zombies, because apparently in this universe also it is extremely expensive to have a funeral. So most of the time when people do kick the bucket, they just slap on one of these collars. And you know, so let's talk about the collars for a second. So these collars are basically to tame the zombie, so he does, or she, or they, she, it, shit, does not want to eat you. They do not want to, you know, be ravenous, you know, well, regular zombies. This kind of like humanizes them in a way, and kind of well, not the way that they treat them, I guess, but, you know, like they got a milkman zombie, they got a, you know, the paperboy zombie. They've got a zombie for everything. Your zombie can walk your dog for you. Your zombie can mow your grass for you. He can serve your dinner for you, help you with your groceries, or if you didn't want your zombie, they'll send it to ZomCon, and they will work at the ZomCon Corporation with Mr. Bottoms. We're going to work with Mr. Bottoms, but have them doing like factory shit, stuff like that. I guess they're making collars. I don't know. But anyway, when the collars turn red, when they're red and they're on, that means that they're just like a robot, basically. Yeah, do everything you need. So anyway, now that we know about these collars, ZomCon, blah, blah, blah. So Mr. Bottoms has a wife, and I didn't write her name down either, but she's not really in it too often. Or she's not shown too often. And he has a daughter named Cindy. Well, Cindy's a new girl at school, so Timmy goes to school, right? Well, obviously, but at this school, from what I've seen, they literally just learn how to shoot zombies correctly, like in the head. Like target practice is basically what they're doing. And of course, he's got these two bullies that will not leave him alone. I didn't even write their names down because nobody cares about bullies, right? And Timmy's starting to get a little crush on Cindy because she's the best. I mean, this is Mr. Bottom's daughter, right? This is Cindy Bottoms. So she knows all sorts of stuff. Like, she's even killed a zombie before, stuff like that. And also, I do want to mention, when they have funerals, they have a head coffin, too. So, to make sure that they don't come back to life. So, you got, like, the body in a casket, and then you've got the head coffin. Yeah, and then they just throw it in there. They don't even, they lower the body, and they just blah, 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 throw. Yeah, so anyway, and the Bottoms have 7 zombies because they're obviously mega fucking rich because, he's the lead guy the new lead guy. I don't remember the original guy's name, but he's the lead guy over ZomCon now. So there's that. And yeah, Bill's just fucking oblivious to everything. And I don't know what it is about the husbands in these types of movies, but they're rounds. Yeah, that's what they are. And that's exactly what he is. So anyway, Helen really wants a zombie, right? And this is how Fido comes to be, which, he didn't get his name at first. Timmy's the one that named him after he, wants to play catch and stuff and realizes that his dad doesn't want to play catch with him. He's too busy doing this or doing simp shit. I don't even know. He's kind of like the dad in Parents a little bit that Randy Quaid plays. He's kind of like him, except for he's more of a pushover, whereas Randy Quaid's character in Parents was more, no, you must do this. No, you must do that. Kind of like that kind of thing. But, so yeah, and he's, terrified of zombies. Yeah. And he doesn't like the fact of them having one because of his father. And, so anyway, Timmy grows really close to this zombie, and I guess because he treats him more like a human pet, whatever, that, and hey, zombies still kind of have feelings too. Like, Fido was a smoker. Yeah, he names him Fido, obviously. But, we find out that he was a smoker. Same. But, yeah, and he's like, oh, see, they still have some of their traits from when they were human or alive. Not human, alive. Well, you know what I mean. Zombie, human, alive, dead. It's a fine line, it's all right. It's just a fine line. And, so yeah, he plays ball with him and stuff, whereas his dad will not. He pays attention to him, kind of like the wife is feeling this way. Like, she's growing more to like Fido. And it's like, oh, you named the zombie. And then our biggest thing is Fido kind of starts this whole wild zombies in the community because him and Timmy are playing ball. Mrs. Henderson, the ball happens to roll underneath her walker, and she's like, bad zombie. And then he rips her arm off because she knocks his wiring or whatever out of his. She shorts his collar out. So yeah, he kills her. Well, in turn, she turns into a zombie, and it's this whole big thing. And the bullies are there, but that's why Fido came. Sorry, I forgot to mention that, but that's why Fido came, was because the bullies were there and they were picking on Timmy. So he was like, oh yeah. And then they were making all the shit that Fido tried to bite him and stuff, and he didn't. They were telling the cops, and the stupid one, just let the cat out of the bag. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, and also there's another thing about Helen is she's pregnant. And it's not Fido's, trust me. This is kind of like a love story in a way, but not really. It implies that her and Fido kind of fall in love, but they're not. I don't know. You gotta watch it and see. But it does imply that. But it's not actually I'm gonna marry this zombie now or anything like that. But yeah, so anyway, Bill doesn't like this. and he doesn't even know his wife is pregnant and all this. And then she's just like, hello. And he's like oblivious to everything. So, I mean, what can I say? His character. He's a good actor. He's a good actor, though. I do like him. He's played in something else, and I don't remember. I'll probably pop it up somewhere if I figure it out. Or for when I'm editing. But, yeah, so, he doesn't like this, and they, you know, tie it back to Fido or whatever. And, of course, after Fido saves Timmy from the bullies again. I love their fate, by the way. So glad for their fate. But yeah, so they end up taking Fido to the ZomCon, and he thinks that they killed him, but they didn't, because Cindy lets him know, because obviously her dad is, you know, the head honcho over there, and lets him know, and, you know, they sneak in there, or he goes with Mr. What was his name? Theopolis? Mr. Theopolis, yeah, and Tammy, and they have this little scheme to get, you know, Timmy in there, so we can sneak in there and go find Fido and set him free and take him back home. And they about killed Tammy, man. I'm telling you, they about got her. But they didn't, and I'm very glad, because she's so adorable. I love her so much. And, yeah, so he gets in there, and then here comes his mom, because he finds the note that Cindy had gave him, or threw through his window. And, yeah, he finds the note, or she finds the note, and they go, and then Mr. Bottoms does not like that Timmy is trying to save Fido, so then throws him out into the wild zone. Yeah, where the Johnsons went. That were, you remember the Johnsons I mentioned earlier? Yeah, where they were. Pretty sure they're zombies now. But and so he puts him out there, and then Bill comes, and Bill actually saves the day, but then he gets, you know, killed. So because Mr. Bottoms shoots him, but you know what? It's okay, because Mr. Bottoms turns into a zombie, and then it's Cindy's pet zombie, if that makes sense, which is kind of weird, but I mean, I guess not. And then Tammy's like, do you have a name for your zombie? And she's like, oh, I'm just calling him Dad, whatever. But yeah, and then obviously it ends to where, you know, Helen had the baby, and it's I love this film. It's so cute. It does have funny parts in it. Zombies, 50s, perfect. I love it. So, the music, of course, obviously is amazing. So we always got to talk about the music in these movies. The music is pretty good in this movie. So very good, actually, including a squirrel nut zippers. Put a lid on it. But yeah. So that will be our movie review for, I don't know, a while. Try to do these ever so often, but, you know, because I enjoy doing them, because I like to talk about movies that pertain to, you know, what I do and what I like. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, let me know if y'all have ever seen this movie, if you want to watch this movie, what your thoughts were about it. It is on Tubi. I'm never sponsored or anything. It is on Tubi for free. Just type in Fido. There it is. So, yeah, it is on there if you want to go watch it. I'm pretty sure the only reason they keep it on there is because I watch it, like, at least once a month. But, yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Just in his pants as you dropped your cat. He's wearing 1956 underwear.